Today, we are neglecting our health just in the name of responsibility that we are taking care of our family or our work, and we feel proud of ourselves for doing that. But think about the long run. When you will fall into a disease, when you will have low health, will it not affect your performance in your work, or will it not affect your family life? If you fall into a disease, you will become dependent on your children or your family. So is it what you want for yourself? Do you want to be dependent on others, or do you want to be independent always? So that we can help others only when we take care of ourselves. So that is the basic thing which we need to understand.
This is Gautam, and I welcome you to episode 24 of the Learn and Unlearn podcast. In today's episode, we have Manoj Sharma with us. Manoj is a healthy habits expert and author of the Amazon bestseller book Simplify Habits for Healthy You. He's passionate about eradicating unhealthy lifestyles from this world. So, without any further wait, let's get started. Welcome, Manoj. It's a pleasure
Thank
to
you.
have you here.
Thank you, Gautam, for inviting me. Thank
To get started, please tell us about your journey behind getting into and coming out of an unhealthy lifestyle.
you. Yeah, so actually, my unhealthy lifestyle journey started from college days. Before college days, I came from a traditional Indian family, so there were good healthy habits we were following. But since college days, I was living in hostel, environment changed, and from there, unhealthy lifestyle started. And it went on during my career and job years also. But in last 3 4 years, there were some incidents which made me realize that this is not something which I want. This will not take me to where I want to go in life, which is a good life I wanted for myself. So from there, I started changing. So there was actually my wife was struggling with tonsil problems. So she used to face lots of pain, and it was very severe. And when I did research on this, then I got to know that it is a lifestyle disease, and it is happening because we are following unhealthy lifestyle. And when we visited the doctor suggested to go for operation and take the tonsil out, and that is not what we wanted. We wanted a solution for the problem. So that made us realize that we need to improve on our lifestyle so that we do not face these issues and the issues which can come in future. Because around me, I was seeing people, they are working hard in their life, they are creating good wealth, but then they are getting into any of lifestyle disease, and they are suffering. They are not able to enjoy their life to the fullest. So these were the things which made me start my journey for healthy lifestyle. And from there on, there were lots of challenges, lots of learning, and I can say that since last year, I have been following healthy lifestyle completely and benefiting from it.
That's great, Manoj. You were mentioning that you got into unhealthy lifestyle during your college days. So,
Yeah.
can you please elaborate on how you got into unhealthy habits, especially during your college days?
Yeah. So actually, at that time, we do not realize, and actually, from where habits comes, they comes from our surrounding environment. So that was the environment there in college and in hostel, and everyone was doing that. So I also felt like doing that without even realizing, without even questioning. So that is how it happens actually. We just follow the environment in which we are living. Uh, so that's how it started.
Yes, and in hostels, typically someone who is trying to follow healthy habits is kind of seen as um, as someone who is like, coming from some other planet.
Yeah, that,
So
that
I
happens.
guess you would have faced the same.
Yes, same here. And if you are not awake late nights, if you are not enjoying all these things, then you are missing the hostel life. That is the feeling. And if there is someone who is drinking milk and not other drinks, then he is someone boring or mamas boy. So yeah, those kind of environment is there, and It has been happening for many years. So at that time, it just feels like normal. But now, when I look back, it has impacted my life a lot in many different aspects.
Very true. So, as a parent or elders who are taking care of children, how do we ensure that our children get into healthy habits and then don't get into this feeling of I want to enjoy in college, and then enjoyment means torturing your body in the long term.
Yeah. So actually, whenever we see any problem, first we need to understand that from where this problem is coming. Why is it happening? So it started earlier. It was not there. 20, 30 years back, world was not like this. But it started after globalization, where there were lots of new companies which came from outside India, and with them came the concept of marketing and advertising. So there was huge marketing which was done for these kind of products, cold drinks, junk food, fast food, all that. So from there, we started getting affected because that was the environment which we started living in uh, through television or any other form of advertisement. So that is the reality which we are living in. This is the world which we are living in, which encourages and supports the unhealthy lifestyle. You see any advertisement of fast food, they are made look so attractive, and you see big celebrities doing their advertisements. We see Sachin Tendulkar, we see Salman Khan, we see Alia Bhatt. These are the people which are celebrity for us, and we see them as heroes. Whatever they see, we believe. Especially the children, they do not know. So that is how it inculcated in our life, and now it has become part of our society. It has gone to the next level. It's not just a advertisement. People around us are doing those things, and they are encouraging those things. Cold drink पीते हैं, पिज्जा खाते हैं. These things are happening around us. So that is the reality. First, we need to accept the reality. Then only we realize that there is a problem, and if this is happening, then we need to counter it. We need to balance that exposure. We are getting exposure to unhealthy lifestyle, and to improve for a healthy lifestyle, we need to expose ourselves to healthy lifestyle. It may be through videos. There are so many videos available nowadays on YouTube which encourage and talks about healthy lifestyle. It can be books. It can be any celebrity who is following healthy lifestyle, who is talking about healthy lifestyle. So we need to expose ourselves to that environment. Then only we can balance it. And then another thing comes the self practice. When we are talking about the children, they do what parents practice. So if we are practicing the healthy lifestyle, then only they are going to follow. Just talking doesn't help. So that self practice needs to come first. Then comes the exposure. We give them the right exposure. We watch healthy videos with them. So I started doing this in my family with my wife. I do not have children, but with my wife, we started watching these kind of videos, and we started discussing these things. So when you see the impact, what unhealthy lifestyle is impacting uh, in the long run, how is it happening with other people, how people are falling for lifestyle diseases, then it goes in your mind. It gets registered in your mind, and then it affects your mindset, and then ultimately your actions. So we need to keep that exposure in our mind. And another thing is, we do not want any habit. We want feelings as humans. We want certain experience. So when you are drinking cold drink or any you are eating junk food, ultimately you want that experience which you are having after that, that feeling. Maybe you are feeling cool, maybe you are feeling relaxed. So those are the feelings which matters. And let me tell you that there are alternatives for everything, for every habit, every routine, for every feeling. You come from office, you want to feel relaxed. Either you can eat junk food or you can take a walk. Both are going to give you same result. You will feel relaxed. Or you can play with your kids. So always there are multiple alternatives. We just need to look for the alternatives, and we can enjoy our life without sacrificing anything.
Very true. And as you mentioned, the food companies know how to uh, trick and uh, trap us actually into this unhealthy habit. And as adults, we sometimes feel it difficult to come out of this. We get attracted to such junk food, uh, but it's challenging to make children understand because they are not aware of the long-term implications on the health. So, what do you suggest about this?
Yeah. So actually, this is the thought which was in my mind, and that is what got me interested into this journey. And that was the reason I wrote my book, Simplify Habits for Healthy You, because these companies know about human behavior. There has been done lots of research, scientific studies for human behavior, and now these marketing companies are using that. And to counter that, we also need to learn about human behavior. We should also know those things so that we can counter it. So that has been my objective behind writing this book, writing all those things related to human behavior, which can help us to fight this kind of environment, so that we can balance it. And if I give you some examples related to that, then what happens? Anything which seems easy for us as a humans, we do that, and anything which seems difficult for us, we do not do that. And similarly, anything which looks attractive or interesting to us, we follow that. And this is the principle which advertising companies are using. They are making unhealthy food look so attractive, so interesting, that we are eating that, because that is our human nature. But now it is used to extreme levels through advertisement. And same fundamentals which we can use if we want to get rid of any unhealthy habit, we need to make it difficult. If we make it difficult, then we will there are less chances of following that. So if you have junk food in your house, it becomes easy to eat. But if you do not have junk food in your house, you need to go out. That is difficult. You will not always do that. So like these, there are many principles which I have discussed in my book. Like, you need to make it unattractive. So when you make yourself conscious that about the harmful effects of unhealthy habits in the long term, when you make yourself conscious about that, either through watching videos or reading about it or talking about it, so then it becomes unattractive for you. Then there are less chance that you will follow unhealthy habits. So like this, there are many principles which we can use, and we can have good health in this world.
Wonderful. Talking about emotional hunger or emotional eating or drinking, I'm curious to know how we started associating emotions with food and drink. For example, any changes in any of these three people, events, and things uh, are associated with food and drink. For example, I got some recognition at my workplace today or in my college. Come, let's go for dinner. Or I had a terrible day at office. Let me have a drink, and so on. We associate people, events, and things with food and drink. Can you talk about this? This is a very curious thing.
Yeah, so it has always been there actually. Food has is related to our emotion. Food affects our emotion, and that is why if you see the festivals, always we have been celebrating festivals with good food, with something special food, because that affects our emotion. That is how we celebrate. So, and there has been talk about food in Gita. If you see sattvic food, rajik food, different kinds of foods, because it has that importance, especially in our culture. So, uh, and sattvic food is something which satisfies our soul. Not, it's not just for our body. It's not just for nourishment of our body. It good food or sattvic food is something which satisfies our soul also. We feel that joy within ourselves. So if I talk about my own experience, everyone may have different choices, but whenever I eat something like pongal or khichdi, or whenever I drink chach, something like that, then I feel a different kind of satisfaction within me. So that we can experience. So definitely, food affects our emotions, but the thing is, are we doing it within limits? And special food need not be unhealthy. Special food, tasty food can be healthy. So that is how we were using it in our traditions earlier. But now, because of these advertisements and marketing, it has gone out of limits. And now we treat special food which is unhealthy. So that is we need to understand that. And once in a while, if you are eating, that is fine. We need not go to extreme. We need to go to one by one to the next level. So we should not bring any drastic change. If now you are eating unhealthy food 5 times, 6 times in a month, so you cannot think of stopping it all at once. You stop it one by one. If you are eating 5 times this month, eat 4 times next month, then 3 times. Like that, we need to reduce. And once in a while, if you are doing, that is fine. But we should find ways of healthy food which is tasty and special. That is how we can overcome this problem. I have done that. Earlier, I also used to do the same thing, but now we know there are options available. Especially in India, there is so much variety in food, so much variety, and very tasty and healthy food options are available. So we can go for that when we want to celebrate.
Exactly. Yes, as you mentioned, there are a lot of healthy options, and healthy and tasty doesn't healthy doesn't mean it is not
Yes.
tasty. Very true. And can you also talk about any of these helpful habit building practices that you have mentioned in your book?
Yeah. So when it comes to building healthy habits, we need to understand some fundamental principles. Right now, no one wants bad health for themselves. Everyone wants good health for themselves, and people also try to improve their health. But problem comes in the way we try to improve our health. We try to make drastic changes in our lifestyle. We just want to completely reduce the unhealthy food, or we want to go for extreme workout for long hours. Those approaches are not sustainable. People try them for a few days, then they stop. Then they feel disappointed. So, because that is a wrong approach. If we understand the human behavior, our motivation, if, to do anything, we need motivation. And our motivation is not always constant. Sometimes it is high, sometimes it is low, and depends on external factors. If your day, some bad situation happens in your day, your motivation goes down. That day, you will not feel like doing workout or eating something healthy. You will feel like eating something unhealthy or junk food. So that is how it happens because of stress and all that. So to overcome these challenges, you cannot depend on your motivation. Then what you can do? So there is another approach which we take, which is sustainable, and that is we make it easy to do. So if you make something easy to do, then you require very less motivation. Even if you have least motivation, then also you should be able to follow that routine, because habit is something which comes automatically in our life. When these days we do not need to think about brushing our teeth because it has become a habit for us. We have been following it for a long time, but it was not like this when we were child. Our parents need to tell us, brush your teeth. So when you follow some routine for a longer period of time, then it becomes habit. And by habit I mean uh, it is run by your unconscious mind, not your conscious mind. Anything which new which we do, it is done by our conscious mind. But any routine which we are following, which is our habit, just like brushing our teeth or driving the car, it is run by our unconscious mind. And that is a very beautiful thing, because our unconscious mind requires very less energy That is why we are able to follow so many, do so many things in our life. If we try to do everything with conscious mind, we will not be able to do these many things because it will drain lots of energy. It requires lots of energy. So that's why there is importance of building habits in our life. And for building habits, we need to be consistent with that routine for many days. And that can be done when we make it easy to do, so that you can do it any day when you have low motivation or when you are busy. So like that. So like that, I talk about the 1 minute rule in my book. So any new routine which you are trying to build, like for exercise, you want to do exercise for 30 minutes or 1 hour. That is fine. But start with 1 minute exercise. Create 1 minute exercise routine in your life. The day when you have high motivation, you can do as much as you want. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. There is no limit for that. But when you have low motivation, that day you should do that 1 minute physical activity or exercise routine. You should not miss. Uh, you should not miss it. Then only it will become habit, and then it will become a part of your life. So earlier I used to make lots of effort to do exercise or meditation or eat healthy. But now I have been doing it for since last year for many months. So now it has become a part of my life. Now I do not need to consciously think for doing exercise, meditation, or any other healthy habits. So building habits makes our life easy. And there has been lots of talk about habits, that even civilizations grows when we are able to do things without thinking as many things as we can in our life without conscious effort. Then we go to next level, because then we do not need to struggle with those small daily habits with our conscious mind. They Once they become automatic, then we can think about doing something creative. Our mind gets free, our conscious mind gets free. Then we can use it for creative things, not struggling for doing exercise or eating right. So,
Yes, exactly. You have also mentioned this beautifully in your book, uh, eliminating the decision making process. So, if we have to, let's say, exercise, then enroll into a gym and then hire a personal trainer. And you have a kind of accountability partner there who you have to, you know, give a kind of report to. So, it will make you go there
yeah,
regularly.
accountability
So, this
partner.
eliminating the decision
Yes,
making
accountability
process.
partner is required because we tell lots of lies to ourselves. We give excuses to ourselves, silly excuses. Because of this, I was not able to do this. So when you have accountability partner, then he can hold you accountable. That you are giving wrong excuses to yourself. You can do it. You should do it.
Wonderful. Do you would you want to talk about any other helpful practices that you have mentioned in your book?
Yeah. So actually, I in my book I have tried to fill the gaps which are there, which I found from my own journey. I did lots of analysis and thinking how I was able to overcome the challenges which I was facing from unhealthy to healthy. So I have created 5 steps for that. Uh, if we go step by step, then we are able to become healthy easily. So first is priority. We need to make it a priority, that why is it required to follow healthy lifestyle. So that we need to be clear. Then comes learning about building habits, human behavior and habit science, so that we know the right way to do that. We should not struggle when we try to build healthy habits. It should be aligned with our human nature. So that is why we need to learn that. Then comes seeking clarity of mind, because our actions are affected by the clarity we have in our mind. And nowadays, we are exposing ourselves to so many things. Uh, because of that, we are getting confused in our mind. This used to happen with me also earlier. Earlier, I used to check lots of news and so many different uh, videos which were of my interest, but they are not priority in life. So when we expose ourselves too much to different things, then our mind gets confused. And because of that lack of clarity, we are not able to take actions which are good for us, which we should take. And then there are many other methods like meditation and walking in nature. There are so many things which can help us for building our clarity of mind. So that we need to take care. And once we do that, then our body is so intelligent. Next step is listening to your body. So our body is so intelligent, it gives us signals for everything. Anything good happening in your body or anything bad happening in your body, it gives signals to us. But when we do not have that clarity, we are not able to listen or observe those signals. So once we go to that stage, then this body is the best expert, best health expert if you can have in your life. So just by listening our body, just by observing
Yes.
it and taking actions accordingly, we can move forward in this journey. And lastly, I talk about different elements of healthy lifestyle, which different habits which are good for us related to food or physical activity or any other aspect which we should develop in our life, which I have developed in my life and I have seen the experience the result. So I am talking about only things which I have experienced. I have tried on myself what has worked for me, that I share, that I have shared.
Mhm. Another question that comes to my mind is about parents. Uh, a lot of parents, especially mothers, spend a lot of time taking care of their children and neglect their health. What would be your thoughts uh, to such
Yeah,
parents?
so it happens with mothers also, and nowadays people who are working in corporate, working professionals, so they are also getting too much into work and they neglect their health. So that is a big issue nowadays. We just it was happening with me also. I was also neglecting my health for work earlier. But we need to understand that we need to ask ourselves that is it helping us? What we are doing, is it helping us? What will happen if we neglect our life, our health, and later on we fall into a lifestyle disease? Today, we are neglecting our health just in the name of responsibility that we are taking care of our family or our work, and we feel proud of ourselves for doing that. But think about the long run. When you will fall into a disease, when you will have low health, will it not affect your performance in your work, or will it not affect your family life? If you fall into a disease, you will become dependent on your children or on your family. So is it what you want for yourself? Do you want to be dependent on others, or do you want to be independent always? So that we can help others only when we take care of ourselves. So that is the basic thing which we need to understand. And let me tell you that if we are not taking care of our health, and this is I'm talking from my own experience, this was happening with me because I was not taking care of my health. It was affecting my performance. It reduces our efficiency, our productivity, because sometimes you will feel pain in body, sometimes you will get fever. It wastes lots of time, and if we do not take care of our health, we feel lazy. So that also uh, takes lots of our time. So by taking care of our health, we become only efficient and more productive. It is the investment which we are making. If we can put 1 hour for our health every day, then we will be able to do lot many things in the remaining 23 hours of the day. But if we do not take care, it reduces our productivity. It is not going to help anyone.
Exactly. As you have rightly mentioned in your book, I really love this. A healthy person is an asset to the country.
Yes. So yeah,
So
that
true.
is one of my objective, very close to my heart. That because what we see in India right now, so many. people are following for unhealthy lifestyle and lifestyle diseases. So that is a big burden on our country. It's in billions of dollars if we talk about it. And in 1990, deaths from lifestyle diseases were 37%, and now it is 61%. So if you see in the last 30 years, in last 3 decades, we have been growing economically, but at the same time, health-wise, diseases-wise, it's going in opposite direction. So we need to understand that as a country, we are going in wrong direction. There is something wrong. Something needs to be fixed, and that is why it motivates me to work on this thing, so that more and more people can follow healthy lifestyle. And if I can make it easy for them, then I will feel that I did. I will feel satisfied.
Yes, there are many such areas in your book where I found it quite intense. I really loved reading it. So, do you have any key message for all my viewers and listeners?
Yeah. So key message is this, that I just imagine this for myself, that I come from a background where we faced financial challenges. I studied hard, then I worked hard, and I see lots of people doing that around me. As a country, if we look back 2 decades, 3 decades, economically we were not that good. So I see people working hard in their life, making good financially, economically, but then struggling with their life because of lifestyle diseases. So just see yourself in the future. When you create good wealth, then where do you want to make trips? To the hospitals or to the beautiful places of the world with your family? So just see yourself in coming 10 years, 20 years, the path which you are following right now, lifestyle which you are following right now, where it will take and where do you want to go. So make the right choice now, because what you do right now, it is going to create your future. It is going to uh, take you to that destination. So make the right choices so that you can enjoy your life with your family, happy and more productive.
That was powerful, Manoj. And yeah, to all my listeners, I would and viewers, of course, I would like to say that I've really loved reading Manoj's book, and would encourage all of you to please check out his book and benefit from it. So, thanks again, Manoj, for coming here and sharing your amazing insights on building
Thanks,
healthy
Gautam, for
habits.
giving me this opportunity. It's my pleasure to talk more and more about this uh, topic, which is very close to my heart.
Thank you. And thanks everyone for viewing and listening. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with people whom you know so that they can also benefit. We'll meet in the next episode. Thank you.